There was once a young man named Daniel who lived in a poor neighborhood. Every morning, he woke up to the same reality: empty pockets, tired eyes, and a mind full of doubts. People around him often said, "Life is hard, accept it. Not everyone is meant to succeed." For a long time, Daniel believed them. He worked small jobs just to survive. Every night, he stared at the ceiling, wondering if his life would ever change. One evening, after a long and exhausting day, he met an old man sitting quietly on a bench. The old man looked at him and said, "Why do you look so tired?" Daniel replied, "Because life is heavy." The old man smiled and said, "Life is not heavy. The way you carry it is what makes it heavy." Those words stayed in Daniel's mind. The next morning, he made a decision. Not a big decision, just a small one. He asked himself, "What can I do today to become better than yesterday?" He started waking up earlier. While others were sleeping, he was learning. While others were complaining, he was working. While others were wasting time, he was building himself. Days passed. Weeks passed. Nothing changed. He felt tired. He felt like quitting. But he didn't stop. One day, an opportunity came. It was small, so small that most people ignored it. But Daniel didn't. He took it and gave it everything he had. That small opportunity became something bigger, and then bigger. Years later, Daniel became successful. Not because he was the smartest, not because he was lucky, but because he refused to stay the same. One day, someone asked him, "What is your secret?" Daniel smiled and said, "I stopped waiting for life to change, and I decided to change myself." But Daniel was not the only one who changed his life. In the same village, there was another boy named Samuel. Samuel was not as smart as others. He was not the fastest. He was not the strongest. But he had one thing: he never gave up. Every morning, Samuel tried to learn something new, but he failed again and again. When he tried to read, he struggled. When he tried to write, he made mistakes. When he tried to solve problems, he got them wrong. People laughed at him. They said, "Success is not for everyone. Maybe this is not your path." Even his friends moved ahead of him, and for a moment, Samuel started to believe them. One day, tired and discouraged, he sat near a river. He picked up a small stone and threw it into the water. Then he noticed something. The water kept moving. No matter how many stones he threw, the river never stopped. It kept flowing, slowly but constantly. At that moment, Samuel understood something powerful. It doesn't matter how slow you are, as long as you don't stop. From that day, he changed his mindset. He stopped comparing himself to others. He stopped trying to be perfect. Instead, he focused on progress. Every day, just a little better. One page more. One mistake less. One step forward. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months passed. Slowly, things started changing. He began to understand more. He made fewer mistakes. He became more confident. Years later, Samuel was no longer the boy who failed. He became a man people respected. Not because he was the best, but because he never stopped. One day, someone asked him, "How did you do it?" Samuel smiled and said, "I was not the strongest, I was not the smartest, but I was the one who kept going." Daniel changed his life by taking action. Samuel changed his life by never quitting. Different paths, same result: success. If you want to change your life, start small, stay consistent, and never quit.